Who wants to run the Rocky Mountain Slam? The toughest of the tough, most ambitious, crazy. They're definitely in their own category.
The original slam, you had to do Hardrock 100 and Bear 100, and then you had to pick 2 of 3 from Bighorn, Leadville, and Wasatch. You chose 4 from 5 races. I chose the original slam, Bighorn, Hardrock, Wasatch, Bear.
Check, check. Yeah, Rock Horton, and currently living in Salt Lake City, Utah, here at the base of the Wasatch. As far as the races that are part of the slam, how I would sum each individual one up, Bighorn was really special. One, it's just go there. Man, the scenery is just breathtaking.
I've always had a kind of soft spot for that race because it is hard and is kind of a technical race. Lovingly called Little Hardrock.
The next one is Hardrock, and so the Hardrock is the Hardrock, and it's the highest. It's got the most vertical. It's got its own sort of storied history with mining and how the race started with Dale and all those founders.
Hardrock is one of my favorite races out of hundreds.
It would have been the great last race in the whole series if it could be. It would be, you know, that would be your final exam, your true test.
I've done it enough times now that I respect the course. I like to sit back and just enjoy that course and try to finish strong.
And then the next one in line, of course, comes the Wasatch 100. And Wasatch, another granddaddy, one of the original 100s. Very hard. It has its own sort of taste. The last in the series, of course, is the Bear. Beside the color, another tough one.
These trails here are rugged. They're made for horsemen. So if you're not really paying attention, if you're not on your toes all the time, you can easily catch a rock and trip and fall and have an accident.
I felt really confident going into these races because I had so much experience in hundreds, and I don't really get nervous for these anymore. I just am, you know, I'm more anxious and excited to get it going because you're tapered and you're rested and you're ready to roll. Coming into Bighorn, going into that, I'd won it 3 times. So obviously I wanted to win. I stepped at the start line and I looked to my right and Seth Swanson's on my right, and I looked to my left and David Aiello's on my left. When I looked on both sides of me, I was like, man, this is gonna be a throwdown. And sure enough, it was.
That's a lot of work. It's so muddy. It's so much power suck.
All right, thank you.
It's all right. Good job.
freaking, oh man.
I'm next.
I went after it.
I once said that if Lewis and Clark were ever race directors, Bighorn would be their race. I mean, it is wild out there. The first time I met Jeff was at Bighorn. We were in the little park in Dayton, and he showed up with a bunch of his buddies. It's hard to believe, but Jeff was actually kind of a little tubby at the time.
Jeff is super type A, driven. I love his energy. Super bubbly, friendly, outgoing.
Very talented, very deep, very complex, very science-oriented, but at the same time, he's a gigantic goofball. And Jeff is just as complicated and as simple as the Rocky Mountain Slam itself.
Hardrock, for me, it's always just like show up, run really well and solid, and don't make any stupid mistakes.
Yep, I already got it.
This direction's hard.
Yeah, harder than clockwise.
I think so. Great finish. Ran across the finish line with my youngest son, kissed the rock in 27 something, and had another, successful hard rock in my 7th finish there.
Yeah. Abraham George custom rock.
This year was really good weather, which is not normal at Hardrock. It was dry, sunny, clear at night. We had no afternoon thunderstorms. 23 years in the sport, seen so many fast people come and go. Like water under a bridge. Like they're there for like a short 3-5 seasons, and then boom, you never hear from them again. They're not even running anymore, or they're definitely not running ultras anymore, or they've quote retired. And for me, this sport has always been about the lifestyle. It's always been about the process of training, and I love the training aspect of ultramarathons. I love just getting out in the woods and going cruising, and that's kind of my time for me to like unwind, to analyze things in my life. Am I being a good dad? Am I being a good husband? The answer in my head is usually no. You need to fix this, you need to fix this, you can fine tune that, you can fine tune that. I'm sorry to my family right now, because sometimes I can be a little like too type A, focused on my running and work and everything else, and sometimes they take a back seat, and I regret that. And then those times when I'm analyzing them on my runs, I'm regretting it, and I'm trying to do better. And I think everyone could probably relate to that. I really enjoy the act of training and running, and I really want to do it for a long, long time. performance is nice, but longevity is the higher goal here for me. You know, one of the reasons I honestly think that I'm still, you know, competing and running hard at 52, besides being still motivated to do it, train and do all that stuff, I do all the little stuff. I do mobility, I do strength training 3 days a week. I really focus on my nutrition. That's something that I really chalk up to my success in my late 40s and early 50s, is that nutritional factor. You know, I really focus on all those things. I took a good little chill for a couple weeks, did some cross training on my gravel bike, got in the weight room, started jogging easy again, but really kind of let myself rest for 2 or 3 weeks with just base training, and then kind of got back into training again for Wasatch. He went out hard. I'm hoping it catches up to him. Little did I know that John Love was working his way up through the pack, and then all of a sudden I look over my shoulder and there's a headlamp like 40 yards behind me. I'm like, who the heck is that?
Nice job!
John. Awesome job, dude. Holy work.
Nice job.
Wow.
That's the first time I've ever done that in 100.
Yeah, on Sunday you're like, I'm just gonna go easy. I'm not gonna run.
Like 5 o'clock they do the
I'm on empty. I think I only had like a couple hundred calories at the end.
Yeah, we drove separate. He went home and showered after he takes and then came back.
I ended up in second place, ended up with a sprint finish with third place, and beat him by like 2 seconds in a push at the end. And he caught me with like 18 miles to go. I made a big surge, put 3 or 4 minutes on him. I could see his light all night. And then he caught back up to me with like 4 miles to go. And then we ran shoulder to shoulder the last 5K of the race. And we're shoulder to shoulder until like 150 yards out. I made a move first to get a jump on him and pushed as hard as I could to finish 2 seconds in front of him for second place. The farm really taught me a work ethic. It taught me that like no matter what, you got to step up and show up. You got to do the work and you got to finish the task. Because if you don't finish it, no one else is going to finish it. There's no days off on the farm, especially if you have livestock. So we definitely, you know, it taught me a really strong work ethic and to see things through. Picking that goal that's, you know, a little up, maybe out of your reach, or like just you can barely envision getting that goal, and setting it out there and then trying to go get it. Sometimes you're gonna get it, sometimes you're not, but failure is a stepping stone to success. If you don't know how to do something, you figure it out, and you might not be very proficient at it, but eventually you will be. When I was growing up on a farm, you can't just quit. I think it's a family farm. What, am I gonna quit my family? Like, my dad wasn't gonna let me quit. He's not gonna let me quit the family. That isn't even an option. You just go get the work done.
By the time you got to the bear, it's just like the bear was it was just like a Kodachrome vomit. I mean, the colors at the bear, if you haven't been there, are so breathtaking.
Bronco's run this race before, he's run these trails before, he's running with me, he's running by himself. He knows what he's doing, he knows all the sections that are hard.
Hey man, you know if they got medical here?
Coming down there.
Oh yeah, look. Right there. I hit a rock.
Yeah, you did. You went an ass over to get it. Some more.
Hey, who do we got? Is that Jeff? Yeah. Right here. Good job. Right here. How's your hand and leg? It's okay. I mean, it hurts around my... You're good. You're good. I found those. They were in my pack. You're cool. Pop up. but it finally just tightened up so bad that I can't. Ryan, I'm dropping. Alright, man. I can't go anymore. I can't use citric load my quad right now. Oh, yeah.
Number one?
Yeah, I'm dropping, guys. I had a fall at 58 and like a 4-inch blunt force trauma boulder to my quad. And I can't eccentric load it anymore. I was pushing in our very, very rock garden ATV downhill trail coming into Franklin Basin, and I caught a right toe, did a full right side like hard body slam. So damaged, it was indented for a while.
No.
And I was able to.
Is that them?
I was able to go like downhill through Gibson Basin, but I really started to slow down going up to Gibson. And I can't go downhill anymore. Dude, the Rocky Mountain Slam, like now I have to do it again.
I know.
Crap. Oh man, I'm so bummed. You know, in any other circumstance, dropping there would have been easy because I knew it was an injury. But because I was at the 95% completed of the Rocky Mountain Slam, it was really mentally hard that last 2 miles hiking. Just going, gosh, I can't believe this happened. I can't believe I was so stupid on a technical section. That was dumb. That old rule that I've had is life-threatening or an injury is the only time I drop. And that has served me really well for 23 years with only 2 drops previously. So both were injuries. So I was like, well, I guess this is my 3rd DNF. So I limped into mile 85 and my crew was there and I dropped and made it 385 miles of the 400 miles of the Rocky Mountain Slam and have to do it again. Okay.
Let's wrap it up.
Cool.
Want to give me a clap?
We're done.